In GDP, I mean, the GDP is going up slowly. Like, this is a positive development. 169% GDP growth. Holy shit! Buy fucking DRPK stock. It's going to the moon. You keep up this GDP growth year over year for the next 50 years, we're going to be trillionaires. Like, it's going to go. We're going to go crazy. Spain transferred EFI back to Morocco. Worldwide protest against. This is about the consolidation of Libya, and now Lebanon and Israel have signed a ceasefire. Value 13 billion. Agriculture 15. Should I be? Stock productivity is times 0.025. I mean, that seems kind of bad, right? Invest in some coins. They're going to the moon. Anybody here? Wait, have I? Okay, no, I have time here. Anybody else? Anybody invest in crypto in chat? You can be honest. I'm not going to be mean to you. If you've bought any coins in the past, I just want honesty. I'll be honest. I actually, Soviets send claims on the Turkish Straits. Well, that's nice. I'll be honest. I bought Dogecoin. I think I bought Dogecoin for like $100 because I was like, you know what, why not? And then you know what, it went up to $3,000. And then it crashed to $400, and I cashed out. And that's my history of crypto. I should have cashed out at 3K, man. It's but you know what? You live and learn. You live and learn. 450 political power to be less racist? That's quite a lot. So what do we get off of this? Negative 10% stability, 20% more on policing costs. We can be, if we just were a shareholder in the media, we would be able to save some money on policing. Because how much money are we spending on the police right now? 0.09 billion. Okay, never mind. We're paying nothing to the cops. Like, this is Metro Police, education. Like, because you never give me more money, right? Like, okay, you get production efficiency cap. See, this is one of the big issues with any kind of mod for Hoi 4, right? Like, if this kind of system was in Kaiserreich, it'd make perfect sense, I think, to have these kind of modifiers. But again, if you're doing the Cold War mod, if you're playing Millennium Dawn, 5%, I guess you get more population growth, but 5% production efficiency cap doesn't do anything. I gotta build, like, rifles faster? Like, I'm not building up to a major war. You know, in Kaiserreich, you're building up to the Second Weltkrieg. If you're playing, you know, the base game, or a World War II mod, which is funny that you need to mod World War II into the World War II game. You know, you're building up to World War II. Or you're building up to, in Red Flood, the war between France and Germany. Or, whatever it may be. You know, most mods have a big war that happens, that you're kind of building your way towards. But because the Cold War mod doesn't, Millennium Dawn doesn't, these modifiers don't do anything. Not really. You know, like, it doesn't help the number go up. And that's kind of what you're playing. You're basically at this point playing the mod to get the number up. That's why we're here. To get the number up. I mean, it's kind of funny because at this point, essentially, like, we're not doing anything else for the rest of the campaign. We've won the war really early on. I mean, I guess we support revolutionary movements in other parts of the world. That's kind of going to be our thing. We'll kind of be like Cuba and Angola. But, yeah, like, if you want to see the Korean War, you can, like, tune out now. If you're still in this, if you're still here with me right now, you are here, you know, for the community. Right? We're a big community of gamers, of history buffs, I mean, most of you got your history degrees from the University of fucking Hoi 4, so I mean, not really that useful, but that's okay. What do you do? Infrastructure construction speed, resource gain. You know what? Actually, resource gain would be good. It would double this to 6.66. But if we have more resources, we can sell more resources. And maybe we got, I mean, fuel production doesn't really do too much for us, but education efficiency, political power plus 15. I mean, that would be nice. And actually, industrial park and long area construction, actually, that would be nice. You know what? Congratulations to the Korean people. You get some more welfare. Yeah, exactly. You're the University of EU4. Now, we're losing 7.4 billion again, but that's fine. By the way, wait, is the Suez crisis happening right now? We have reaffirmed United Front. Intelligence Agency. Let's purge the Japanese collaborationist. You ever... There's the other meme, too. The other Hoi 4 meme where it's like, POV, you can name every single country in Europe, or every single country in the world except for those in Africa. You are a Hoi 4 player. It's great. It's a good one. all the my biggest claim to fame is I can name every single African country. I would like to see all of you get on that level. There's actually, when I was in university, getting my history degree, I took a class on the history of Africa. And one of our little assignments, this only worth like 1 or 2%. But it was just like a little, it just gives a map, and it's like, can you just like name all the countries on the map? It's like a 1% bonus, like if you know, if a bonus grade, 1%. I did the whole thing. I got every single country on that thing correct. I didn't put my name on it. I handed it in, and I walked out of the class. And like later that day, I was like, I didn't put my name on it. I didn't put my student number on it. That's like my 1 or 2% bonus grade gone. I could have used that for when I did my dog shit fucking paper on the Algerian War. But no. No, oh, you can't write your whole history paper just about watching the Battle of Algiers. Fuck you! I can do what I want. That's actually not true. We did watch the Battle of Algiers though in my in one, not in the class, because there's the classes, and I don't know, again, I don't know if this is how all places work. Obviously, you know, I'm Canadian, so spoiler alert. And I don't know how American education works. I don't know how it works in like the UK. But you have your classes, which is like the lectures, and then you have the tutorials. And the tutorials are where it's like smaller, like 10, 15 people groups, where you have like discussions, right, about the lecture or about the readings or whatever stuff else they want you to talk about. For like 2 tutorials, we just watched the Battle of Algiers. We didn't even finish it either. Like, I think we watched like 2/3 of it, and then they just stopped showing it in class, which is I guess a little funny. Maybe I should probably finish it. I should watch the Battle of Algiers at some point. Can I change my media? 300 political. It's so expensive, man. Can I give women rights? Is that another thing I can do? Less stability. Practice efficiency gain, recruit population. Okay, so actually, again, it's one of those things where it's just basically a negative. I lose stability and I lose population growth to get more recruit population. I don't need that. We have 2.4 million manpower. So sorry, women, you don't get rights because I don't need more soldiers. Like, I'm sorry to say this. You have to wait your turn. Construction speed, research speed, 200%. We also get less population growth, which I mean, it makes sense, but intelligence strength minus 70%. Resistance growth, including war sport, cryptology goes up, or cryptography. Us in zero geography and public schools. Most of yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we really did like world geography in grade school. You know, of course you got like the little map of your country where it's like you've got to color it in. Yeah, have you ever, as like a 6-year-old, try to color in none of it in the Northwest Territories? It's a pain in the ass. I don't know whose idea it was to put that many islands in the Arctic, but it's too many. It's too many. And have you ever tried to write the word Saskatchewan in their little rectangle? It's a mess. It's a mess. Wait, is it not Japan? Oh, the J is covered up by Okayama. If you zoom up far enough, yeah, the J is actually not very J at all. I have this. I don't even know what to spend this political power on, man. We can buy stuff. But like again, what do we need to buy the autocannons for? Not much. Equipment cooldown, naval cool. Can I buy a carrier? Wait, that might be what I want. No one will sell me an aircraft carrier. That's very sad. Burma honors Aung San Agreement. Operation Passage to Freedom. This is in Vietnam. And the Manhattan Rebellion. It's the Thai Navy. Start construction. So if I press this, right? Yeah, it just adds this, which is not really what I want. Again, I want to spend my money on this. But there's just nothing to really spend money on. Again, same thing with Millennium Dawn as well, where you can like invest money into other countries, but you're not allowed to spend your own money domestically, which I find very strange. And I don't think there's like an invest in other countries button in this mod at all. Like I don't think I can be like, hey, China, do you want a factory? I'll pay you a factory. Unfortunately. Right, Delaware, New Hampshire, just for a dot of color. Fuck, who does Rhode Island think they are, man? Like, look at this shit. Like, you're a single tile in America. Like, why do you get to be a state? Doesn't make any sense. It's not even an island. It's a dog shit state. Who do they? Okay, give me more foundry output. Thank you. Modified. What about, you know what? Let's just add a 10% research speed to industrial. I mean, we're getting a lot of industry tech, so I think that does make sense. It's also a good use for a political power as well. Also, I accidentally touched my own glasses. Do I even have my glasses cleaner? Behind me. Okay, just 1 second. A very important tile. I don't think that's true. What was the last important thing that like Rhode Island did? Like have clams? Do they actually have clams, or is that just a Family Guy thing? NATO expansion. Hey, like Soviets, can I join? You're still Common Form. You're not the Warsaw Pact yet, but like, could I join Common Form? I'll be your friend. Spending more money than you have will incur high interest debt. Yeah, no shit. Thank you. I still think it's very funny that this doesn't like just buy money, or I can't spend my money. Clans are a New England thing, but isn't Rhode Island New England? Operation Vulture, anti-French communist Viet Minh forces, American bombers from nearby airfield targeting key Viet Minh. America's declared war on Vietnam. Oh yeah, I still have my troop here. So you're now at war with like America, which I mean is probably a bit of a pain in the ass. Sino-Soviet Treaty of Friendship, Alliance and Mutual Assistance. Who's in charge here? It's still Stalin, because he dies in 53, I want to say. Like, from my understanding, this is New England, right? Everything that's not, like, New York State, like, all of this, like, that's New England, right? It does not include New York State. Or if it does, it includes it would be like I don't even know, upstate. It'd be like upstate New York, but probably not New York City. Because New York City is definitely not New England. Ban a democratic okay. Burma condemns North Korean aggression. I haven't done anything. The Prime Minister of Burma strongly condemned the North Korean invasion of South Korea. Buddy, that happened like 2 years ago. Like, what are you talking about? You need to get your fucking numbers straight here. Emulate Soviet culture. Why not? What is this bear? Are we gonna get Korean babushkas? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. It's not a local thing. No, for boating and sailing. They're using Internet Explorer. Come on, Burma. Like, look at your country. It's in like 15 different parts. And you've got the weird like straight crossings going straight to the middle. Like you're messed up, man. Are you in NATO? No, you're in the French Union, which is I guess a different thing. Like, what's the best state? Like, if you were to say, like, what state would be number one? Like, we know it's, like, not Mississippi, right? Like, obviously Mississippi is not the number one state. But what is? And I mean, I guess you could just say the state that you live in. I mean, that could be true from your own personal experience as a Marylander, Maryland. The only thing I know about Maryland, really, is that it's basically... The only thing I really know about Maryland is I think that's where, like, Point Lookout takes place in Fallout 3. Agrees to join NATO. Fine. Like, if I was to move to the U.S., right? If I was to move to the U.S., I would probably move to New York City. If money was no object, I'd move to New York City. Because I am a big city enjoyer. Let's send a spy. You know what? Where's Samoa? Send them over here. We need to know what the hell they're up to. Maryland is by far the best. Like, I'm not surprised. It's probably one of, like, the New England states. I mean, Maryland's not a New England state, but... Virgin City Dweller versus Chad Country Squire. General Zionist triumph in Israeli election. I guess so. I mean, I guess. I guess I'll never compete with a country squire. As unfortunate as that is. Can I do anything with you? You don't do anything. Civilian economy. I mean, I want to be on civilian economy. Consumer goods don't even go down. Okay, so I don't want any of this stuff. We don't have nuclear weapons. UN member. Free trade. The thing is, I want to trade. What if we, like, reduce conscription? Doesn't do anything. Okay. I was kind of hoping that maybe we get more money if we had less recruit population, but that doesn't seem like it's actually the case. Research speed. Again, that's going to double education. But, I mean, 15% construction speed. You know what? Sure. You can have more education. I will allow you to have it. You're welcome. You go to Washington State? I mean, yeah, I think Seattle would be nice. What's another state? Or not another state. What's another city in Washington? There's Seattle, and then there's like there's a different Vancouver. There's like a second. They made a second one. Olympia. I don't think those are real places. I think Olympia's in Greece. Maryland flag's the best. I like it. It's a little messy, but I mean, we're all a little messy in one way or another. By the way, East Turkestan has completely declared its independence. Like, what's even going on here, man? Like, are you going to fight, or hyperinflation crisis, declaration of martial law? Like, well, what are you up to? They have not abandoned hope, nor have they haven't done anything. Will the Chinese Civil War start at some point? I think it might be broken. is kind of where I'm getting at. Yeah, because the game is really mad that that the KMT are not dead. Like, their whole focus tree revolves around them losing. So they can't have elections. I mean, I guess they could have elections theoretically. Has completed the focus, one China, one Formosa. Where is that? It's here. Yeah, so I think if they somehow were to win the war, I don't know if they even have any content. Like, I think the ceasefire was broken. So you know what? Politics tool, congratulations. We're just gonna start the war again. I don't know why it broke, but there you go. They had their time for ceasefire. They can start up again. What's the end goal of this campaign? I don't really know, because we already won the Korean War. I'll be honest, right now the campaign mostly just revolves around us hanging out, having a good time. Like, we're just kind of we're making our way through the focus tree here.